Hello, everyone. This is High Priestess Tana, and thank you for tuning in to Tana Temple Healing Works. I know it's been a little while, but I'm back, y'all, and I'm so happy to be back with another video. And I'm going to be breaking down some spiritual content today. I want to talk about Missy Elliott's "Hit 'Em with the He," and I want to do a deep dive of the video because I saw a lot of occult slash magic, in a sense, kind of like um, spiritual or supernatural elements in the video, and I found it to be very intriguing, especially when I was a child. I really enjoyed the video. I've always liked fantasy, mythological type of movies and videos as well. And let's be honest, back in the 90s, Missy Elliott, Busta Rhymes, Michael Jackson were some of the top people uh, in the game, or top artists in the game, who really ruled videos, like for real, because you have Michael Jackson's Remember the Time and Black or White and Who Is It, and all these different songs like that were very popular. um Jam, all that, back in the early 90s from the Dangerous era. And also, like, Michael Jackson, of course, is like a video extraordinaire. Like, he was a guru, okay? And then Busta Rhymes, very unique video presence. Um, really took the game up several notches, actually through the stratosphere. Him and Missy Elliott, I love their videos. Like, I love that video, "What's It Gonna Be" by Busta Rhymes featuring Janet Jackson. And it was, oh my god, he has so many videos that I really love. And the video called Dangerous, that's funny because Michael Jackson also had a song named Dangerous, and the name of his 1991 album was Dangerous. And it's funny because in the video Dangerous, Busta Rhymes is also portraying the character of Sho'nuff from the movie The Last Dragon. So that's deep too. He played multiple characters in the video. Excuse me. Also, Michael Jackson did the video Ghost. I believe Ghost was released in like 1996 or 97 or something like that. Maybe 97. The same year as "Hit 'Em with the He" came out by Missy Elliott. And of course, we know like Missy Elliott's "I Can't Stand the Rain," aka, or is it "Super Duper Fly," aka "I Can't Stand the Rain." I love that video when she was dancing with the garbage bag and she and then the video "She's a Bitch," "Sock It to Me." She had so many videos, oh my god, back then that were very popular, including this video. I love this video. And "Beat Me Nine," I think it was called "Beat Me 901." I mean, sorry, 911, featuring 702. Oh man, Missy has so many videos that I absolutely love. Oh my god, like, I can't even keep running down the list. And with Busta Rhymes, like, his other videos, it's this video called Fire, and it was like, yeah, yeah. Busta Rhymes was crazy. He was crazy back then, but in a great way. And him and Missy Elliott gave me Afro futuristic vibes. Even Michael Jackson, he sometimes gave me like Afro futurism mixed with rock and pop too. But when it came to certain things, like with, or like world, like a world type of imagery, and not just really strictly Afrofuturism, but when it came to like Remember the Time, and there were a few other things I noticed, like he incorporated those elements in. But yet, but anyway, um man, I'm trying to think. Busta Rhymes has some other videos too that I really really enjoyed, um that I'm just thinking off the top of, I'm trying to think. Woo Ha, Got You All in Check. What was the other one? Oh my god, there are so many. Oh, Hold Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See. That do 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 do. That's yes. And but anyway, I'm just rambling at this point, right? But let's get into it real quick. Okay, so Hit 'em with the Heat is giving like a medieval vibe mixed with the occult, magic, mythology, and a little bit of Afrofuturism slash magic. So I'm not saying that the video was constructed this way or it was intentional or however the case may be. But I found a lot of things to be very alluring, such as the castle symbolism, the horse that was breathing fire, and then you had this like there were elements of magic and levitation and Michael Jackson references, which I thought was very interesting. When I tell you, first of all, Missy has always been a true artist. She can dance her ass off. Even when Missy this is back when I was a little girl and Missy Elliott was heavier, she was a plus size woman. The Missy Elliott we know today is a very slim fit Missy Elliott, but this Missy Elliott back then was plus size and she was representing for all, like she put it down like for real when it came to like her hair, nails, outfits will always look good. She always looked good. She could dance her ass off like it wasn't nothing. She was dancing like she weighed 120 pounds, honey. She was not playing, okay? And let me tell you, this routine, she ate that shit. She did like a Michael Jackson smooth criminal slash dangerous um era type of dance. I'm telling you, it remind me of a mixture of the two, especially dangerous. When Michael Jackson performed the song Dangerous on the VMAs in 1995 on MTV, he ate that whole choreography, okay? And that's how Missy did in here. When I tell you, it was Michael Jackson inspired, and she was giving an ode to Michael Jackson, like she was giving him his flowers. And you would see cameo appearances from Genuine, Timbaland in the video. It was another, I forgot, another female artist who was rapping. I'm gonna tell you this. I do not know her name off the rip. This is the video version of Hit 'em with the Heat, right? Because on the album version of Hit 'em with the Heat, Lil Kim is actually doing the verses, like the opening verses, and she was dope. She ate too. You know what I'm saying? She ate those lyrics. But of course, you know, two phenomenal female rappers at that time. I thought that was genius to have Lil Kim on the album version, and I wish that the the video version was the album version. To be honest, because when I saw the video, it was giving me like it was like a movie. It was almost something like from what would I call it, from if it was like a Netflix series or something today. It remind me of that one called The Sandman or something like that on Netflix, and that was pretty good. That was a pretty good show because it touched base on a lot of different things and kind of like a mixture of American Gods too. It was like a mixture of both of those to me, like the when it came to the imagery. Now, okay, so I want to get really deep into this video because, baby, we got levitation. We saw Missy levitating while being dressed up in this Michael Jackson garb, I guess you would say, or attire. They were dancing in the rain, and they were like, I'm telling you, they ate, okay? They ate that routine. And I love the dancing in the rain aspect. It's just so cool. I always thought it was dope. Like when people dance in the rain and they be on beat. And it was definitely giving homage to Michael Jackson. And I love that. alone. And I bet you Michael Jackson was proud. I don't know what his reaction was because Michael Jackson was still living around that time in 1997. Obviously, he didn't pass away until what, June 25th, 2009. So he didn't pass away till like 12 years later. So if he hadn't seen it at the time, when it first dropped, he probably eventually obviously seen it because I know that Michael Jackson had a lot going on. So if he didn't see it initially, I'm quite sure he found his way around to watch the video, and I'm quite sure he was highly impressed, and it probably made him smile. But let's tap back into this. So I believe that this song, and it's interesting because it's talking about a woman who, in this case, this woman is Missy. She's basically saying in the lyrics, like, I'm not impressed. She's talking about this man who's trying to, I guess, earn her affection, from what I'm understanding by the lyrics. It's been a long time. I just listened to this song again earlier this morning. I mean, like 2 something in the morning. It popped up on my feed and I just started listening to it. And I love the video. I never get sick of this video because it's so good. It's really a whole vibe for real. You would really enjoy it. And she's basically saying in the lyrics, like, you don't own me just because you spent some money on me or got me some diamond rings or try to get me a car or pay for my drinks or whatever. Don't mean you about to get with me, lay up in the bed with me, and smash me out, whatever. I could buy my own stuff. Basically, what she's trying to say, I'm my own woman, you don't own me, and I could, that may not impress me all the time. Just because you do all these things doesn't mean that I'm gonna be all crazy over you. So here's the thing, with the lyrics, I really wanted to delve deep into these lyrics. So I'm gonna jump into, she said, it wasn't your car that had me all in love with you. It wasn't your car that had me all in love with you. Cause I got my own ride in a trunk full of tunes, yeah, tunes. I drive through your hood and I hit 'em with the heat. Hit 'em with the heat. I stop 'em with the high. I stop 'em with the high. Let's drink to you and me. Let's drink to you and me. Meet me at the bar. Hot. He hot. Okay, let me tell you this. When she said, I hit him with the he, it's funny because what did Michael Jackson say? He. He said he a lot, right? But she said, I hit him with the he. And what was that? Damn, I forgot that quick. She said, I hit him with the he. And then I, basically hit him with the high, whatever. Yeah, I hit him with the he and I hit him with the high. Let me ask y'all something. Do that not sound like a spell? What I take from the he, I hit him with the he, meaning like, it's like I'm basically laughing, like hee haw, almost like I'm laughing in your face, like he. That could be like a laugh, like he, and ha ha. It's this kind of like the same thing. It's like a play on words. So when I'm thinking about the he and the ha, it's almost like she calling this man a jackass, like you're a jackass, in so many words, right? Hee ha. That's what I took from it. So she's basically telling this man, like, you don't own me, I'm not impressed. And then she said, it wasn't your money that had me all sprung out. Sprung out. Cause I got my own account and my bills is in large amount. Hey, 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 I drive through your hood. I hit him with the heat. Hit him with the heat. I stop him with the high. You know, like, it's, I'm not really trying to sing this shit, but y'all get me? She's telling him that I got my own shit. You don't own me. So let's go to this symbolism again. When we open up the video, we see Missy Elliott in this silver armor. She looked like she has this long black cascading ponytail, and she's riding a horse that's breathing fire, and it's also armored. Okay, she's letting you know I'm protected. This is my space. I'm guarding myself. You're not about to come up in my territory, basically trying to control me. Um, this is also, it could be a representation of hidden knowledge and initiation or some form of royalty. She could also be talking about something dealing with ancestral power or energy. And from what I was getting is that she is owning her world, her supernatural universe, right? And this castle represents a form of her state of mind and the authority or the agency that she has over her own life. Okay? Um Also, from what I'm getting is that she's also what, a magician, because if you look at the video you will see objects like floating around her, and it's almost like she's manipulating the objects with her mind. Like, it was so powerful and genius because it's it's really showing that she possesses power. She's showing this man, look, I'm a goddess. I own, like, this is, I got my own shit. The castle basically could represent her being a, like, I'm a goddess, I'm a queen type of energy. I uphold myself in a certain way. And it's also letting people know that yes, this song may have some sexual connotation, have it's a sexual song. It's playful and sexual, but she's letting this man know I'm not your sex toy, no human sex toy. You not about to pass me around or, you know, just treat me like a piece of ass. I'm more than that, and you better recognize that I run this. This is my domain. Okay, so she controls everything in the environment, and that's why you saw the chalice floating, and it was some other objects floating too. Um, then you see her. I'm gonna go back to the levitation. When she was in the middle of doing like the smooth criminal slash dangerous Michael Jackson dances, she began floating in the air like it was almost giving like some Matrix type of shit. Too, if you look at it, I'm telling you, it was given like some Matrix slash futuristic medieval type shit. Like, it was everything mixed in one. And look, we see this appearance by, it seemed like her dancers, her backup dancers were under a like a under her spell. And I'm not saying like it has to be a literal spell, but they were moving in tune with her. That was so in sync. I fucking loved it. Amazing. That shit was so lit. I was like, oh my god, like, this is amazing. And it was like it's just showing that she was in control as a powerful woman who worked hard and own, like, she has control over her life and her choices, right? And she also has a queenly or a royal presence, because in the video, that's how she was portrayed. She's a magician. She manipulates objects. She has a chalice. She can levitate, and she's that horse represents some type of machinery. Oh my god, what does this horse mean? it's something about this. It's something with that horse. This horse is a mechanical horse, right? But it's breathing fire. The whole vibe of the video is giving medieval knight garb slash Michael Jackson garb, and it's also giving a gothic theme as well. But I'm also seeing like Wiccan and magic influences. I also saw a hand being reached out of what was like an altar or something. Um, let's see, magic hand, or it means something. Hand and magic. No, that's not what I meant. It also it means something with the no. Yes, that's it. Hand of glory. That's what it kind of remind me of, the hand of glory, which is like supposed to be a macabre artifact from the 17th and 18th century European folklore. The dried pickled hand of a hanged criminal. And that's funny, I was talking about smooth criminal, right? Often the one that committed the murder. Okay, used by thieves as a magical tool to paralyze victims and illuminate houses during burglaries. Okay, so also, let's see other meanings. That's what it remind me of, the hand of glory. Okay. And it is ironic because this video was like at night, right? It was like a video that was set at night. And when we saw Timbaland appear in the video, he had this black hood on that had like, I think it was like 4 points coming out of it. And it was a group of women playing the violin. They were all playing violins and they had black dresses on, and he had this black garb on, like this black robe, and he appeared to be like some type of wizard or some type of warlock um type of energy. Cause I think he was saying sometimes I feel like making a beat and sometimes I don't, or something like that. He was saying in the video, sometimes I something and sometimes I won't. I said that's wordplay right there. It's just, it's crazy. So with this, with the hand of glory, I saw a hand coming out of what it looked like a mini altar or something. So it was crazy. That's what that reminded me of. I could be wrong, but this is just my interpretation as a spiritualist. Um, thank goodness the sun came back out. It was all dark in here. Um, let's see. Also, let's see. It was some. Oh man, I think I went past it. Okay, so the mandrake root, or mandragora, the term hand of glory is widely believed to be a linguistic corruption of the French, was it main de gloire, main de gloire, de gloire, which itself evolved from mandragora mandrake. In old European folklore, the forked root of the mandrake plant, which loosely resembles a human body or hand, was also called a hand of glory because It was believed to bring fortune, light up at night, and possess magical properties. Wow, that's crazy. Let's see, how do you pronounce this? I'm still working on my French, y'all. Uh oh, it's taking so damn long. I'm so impatient. Yeah. So yeah, it's very interesting. Oh, check this out. Music and fiction. The term has inspired various gothic folk songs, black metal tracks, and fantasy novels such as Pas- was it pastiche was it pastiche Sherlock Holmes stories and horror fiction that draw on eerie medieval myth of candle the burglar's candle. Wow. Now I'm also seeing that the ultimate is the it represents the ultimate tool of dark magic and thievery in European folklore. And it says that, of course, like I said before, the dried pickle hand of a hanged criminal fitted with a magical candle made from human fat. Let's see. Okay, most people agree that it represents the crossover between crime, execution, and occult. Okay, so also it was believed to possess the supernatural power to open or unlock any door it approached. Wow, that's crazy. But anyway, also another thing that I noticed too is that, oh, I want to go back to, I'm gonna talk about that mechanical horse. That mechanical horse reminds me of the Trojan horse in a way. Um, yeah. And from what I'm understanding, the meaning of a Trojan horse uh is that it's something that appears harmless but is meant to deceive or cause harm. For example, um back in the day, let's see, with the real Trojan horse, because that's what it was kind of reminding me of, a fire breathing Trojan horse. The Trojan horse is a large hollow wooden structure from Greek mythology used by the Greeks to sneak inside Troy, or a type of computer malware that disguises itself as as a safe software to trick users into installing it. That's why you they call that Trojan software too. But this story, like the story comes from the Trojan War, when Greek soldiers hid inside a giant wooden horse, and the rest of the Greek ships pretended to sail away, and the people of Troy brought the horse inside their city walls, and at night the hidden soldiers opened the gates for their army and won the war. So now when it comes to the cybersecurity aspect, a Trojan horse could be, it is a harmful program. It looks like a real game app or email attachment, and it does not make copies of itself like a virus. Once it's open, it can steal data or let hackers control your device. Now, the reason why I read that cyber security part, uh, I want to see something. Trojan horse versus mechanical horse meaning. Now, with a mechanical horse, it simulates a real horse, but it's like robotic or mechanic. Um, it with the fire breathing aspect of it, it kind of remind me, well, what we saw in the Missy Elliott video. Um, it, kind of had me think about the mechanical bull that they have at certain bars or pubs or clubs or whatever. But um, when I type mechanical horse that breathes fire, it reminds me of the fire horse, and we are in the year of the fire horse. But it can also represent the fact that, because there's really not a logical explanation behind why they chose. They said it just looked cool in the video to have the horse look medieval looking, but also like the medieval gothic look, but it breathes fire, meaning that this also represents the sensual side of Missy Elliott, meaning she could feel like she's wild, untamed, hot like a flame. And it's funny because she made this song called Hot Boys like a few years later. After that, like maybe, was it about 3 years later or something, 2 3, on that album called The Real World, difficult to control or force. So that's probably why they made her mechanical horse breathe fire. And then they kept showing it wobbling, like, like almost like it wanted to break free and have a life of its own, even though it wasn't supposed to be real. So that's what I took from that. Okay, now with the chalice, that can also represent like water energy, but also it could represent other feminine energy as well, because I'm thinking like Missy Elliott is a Cancer. That's her zodiac sign, Cancer the crab. um it's interesting because that chalice in the video represents a lot of different energies. It could be initiation, transformation, divine feminine or sacred feminine energy, ritual, fertility. It could represent blood, it could represent wine, it could represent life. um this really makes the role of Missy in this particular video really look like a spiritualist or a spiritual practitioner, magician, or she's the keeper of some level of hidden or occultic knowledge in the video. So it's also given like, what's that movie, Master of Illusions or some shit? I think that's the name of it, from back in the 90s. And she could have got some information or inspiration, inspo from there. Sorry, Lord of Illusions, y'all. Lord of Illusions, not Master of Illusions. Um, yeah, Lord of Illusions, y'all. Um, let's see. I think there were some like floating objects, because there was some magic in there. Um, yeah, because he was this the cult leader Nyx was able to demonstrate real supernatural powers versus doing stage tricks. So he had the ability to levitate himself without any type of sleight of the hand shit, or some tomfoolery going on in the background with some tricks and and all the other stuff. This was real. These tricks were real, not stage tricks. This was real magic rather. And he was able to uh levitate large objects such as cars and all types of shit. So yeah, it shit got real in that movie. Um when did this movie come out, y'all? 1995, same year that Michael Jackson performed the Dangerous, um, that performance on MTV. 1995. That was his VMA's performance, and he specifically did Dangerous, which closely resembles this video. The elements of this video when it comes to the choreography. That's where Missy got her inspo from for this video. So also you will notice that when the chalice appears, that's when the floating objects start appearing in the air, and it basically the song shifting to Bjork's I think you pronounce it yoga instrumental or yoga. I don't know, yoga. I think that's like Swedish. No, not Swedish. Sorry, like Icelandic or Greenland. Was it from Greenland, Greenlandic or Icelandic? I Yeah, but I know that was Bjork's song. Okay, so also I was getting like that Holy Grail symbolism too, because in the medieval days you had a lot of that type of symbolism too, and I'm assuming like that tied in with the Crusades and stuff like that. So um it was a lot going on during that period. But this is when you start seeing everything switch up when you hear that Bjork, I think that's how you pronounce her name, because I used to listen to some of her music back in the day. That switch up, that beat switch up, and she basically, you see a teapot, you see a metal egg holder, you see the gauntlet or the chalice or whatever all floating around her, and she just looked like she's just in awe, like just satisfied and just there being content and confident within herself. So she looked like a witch slash magician in this video. Not saying that's what she was, but that's what it was giving. And I'm oh yes, that's what I was talking about too. Like horses, like I was saying before, it can also, I forgot to add that because I jumped ahead of myself. That metallic horse also could represent power, movement, instinct, sexuality. I think I mentioned that, freedom, war, and like a spiritual passage or spiritual rite of passage or initiation. And also with the fire aspect, it adds the layer of purification or destruction or transformation, divine energy or power, and a creative force. And she's showing that she can only control her power and her own primal, and control her own primal power as well. So um that's overall this video. Baby, this aesthetic was really good, and I really enjoyed everything from the castle, the magic, the levitation, the floating objects, the chalice, the horse and fire, armor, the sexuality, and the supernatural vibes all together. So thank you so much for tuning into this video, and I hope y'all leave some comments, because I really enjoyed doing this video and discussing this spiritual content. What y'all think? Let me know. All right. Again, my name is High Priestess Tana, and I'm hoping that everybody have a beautiful weekend. If I don't be on here tomorrow, I'm trying to do a video tomorrow before I go to work. But I love you all. Stay calm and peaceful. Peace. Love y'all.